Hey guys, Mayflom here, working on a big piece of watercolor paper today. And what I wanted to share with you, you can see here, this is kind of drying. I wanted to take a look at the Zig Clean Color pens. These are pens I see a lot. That's everything here is colored there. You might notice kind of a weird sideways unicorn here. That's a project gone wrong. And when I have a project that goes wrong, in this case, I had messed up with the paper and the calibration of my ScanNCut and it was drawing in the wrong places. Anyway. When that happens, I use it as a testing ground. So what I want to show you today is blending with the clean color pens and why I'm still really liking them. The key that really has me liking these, so here's a darker orange. They're really, really smooth, bright, bold colors. And I love bright, bold colors. I really do. So here I've got a darker one. Here's a lighter one. I can go in and blend like so. Pen to pen. Okay, so I can go in and blend like that. I could blend like I was making some coffee before and I wanted to have at the edges be dark, like so. Now on its own, that's not tremendously great, but watch. If we take the lighter color and blend in, we get kind of a new third color, but we can also blend and blend and blend as much or as little as we want to get exactly the amount of shading we want. And that's something I really love. That's exactly what I did right up here on my little cup that I'm actually gonna cut that out, and this also are gonna cut out and get used on projects. Those two areas were large and blank. Now I'm just working over the ruined unicorn and in a way unruining it. So you can do any shape you want. You can do, gosh, you can do absolutely anything, guys. You can do it however you like. You can continue to blend color on color. The only thing with color on color, guys, is this. You cannot ever make it lighter. In other words, this pale color, it's never even going to be that light, because if you're blending a dark color into the mix, if you're getting that dark color in the mix, you're darkening the lighter color. And look up here. If you want to have even paler color, then you're going to need to get water involved. And I like for these, I don't use very much water. Watch what happens if I just run the water along that line. The color will start to automatically seep in there. If I want, I can help it along here and blend out like so. And then from here, I can wash however far I want. Now, if you get too much water or you need to blot some color away, use a paper towel, works well for me. You can do a lot with this, and what I like about it is that they blend with each other, but they blend with a very minimal amount of water. And the reason I like that is it minimizes paper warping. So if I'm blending here and doing stuff here, I don't have to have, this brush is barely, I know you can't tell, but this water brush, the water brush itself is empty. Okay, and I've got barely any water left. I'm thinking I'm actually gonna have to dip it into, ooh, I had some blue in there, whoops. Oh well. So I barely have any water on this, but it will still blend the colors beautifully. It does not take more than just being very, very barely wet. And if it's too wet, use your finger, use a paper towel, something, pull some of the moisture off of there. Because if it gets too wet, then you get into something like this where I had to make this huge because I had to keep blending. Here you can see the two palest pinks blended, or actually the pink and the red, I think it is. And here you can see that with the water, this is water, and then those two darker oranges blended. When I've got a piece of paper like this, I'll do stuff like this, tests, but I'll also, you know, I'll play around with different ideas, different thoughts, and then things like these, if they turn out well, I'll cut them out and I'll use them. So this is purples and pinks, and I would just add a little color and then either add more color or add water, depending on which way I was trying to get this to turn. If I was trying to get it to go lighter or darker, if I'm trying to get it to go lighter, I'm gonna need water. And if I'm trying to get it go much lighter, water, and then blot with a paper towel. You can see some of that color will come up to soften the look. You can repeat as much as you want. Like I said, it doesn't do a lot of warping to my paper because it takes so little water. So it makes it really ideal, especially for smaller projects. But the colors are really, really bright and bold. And I know Some people love that, some people don't love that. All of these so far, I'm going to say I'm at about 2 years in. Some of them are showing a little wear on the brushes. Some of them, here's a dark blue one that looks brand new, probably because I don't use that dark of a blue very often. Because look, it's basically black. Oh my goodness, that is very, very dark. So again, I can come in here and put a line of water next to it. You'll see it already just naturally start to bleed out. Sometimes I don't even have to do much beyond that. Sometimes it just kind of naturally having a little bit, oh, and now I gotta find a little water, there we go. So I just dipped this water brush into a water cup. Yes, a regular paintbrush would work, but sometimes just having the area for it to roll around in, and this is just another reminder, you don't have to have it look even. You can make a marbled look. You can do all kinds of wild and wonderful stuff with this. As you can see, it looks really interesting when you're working with water, when you're not. It's a lot of fun. You can get whatever looks you want out of it. It's easy. They're not inexpensive, but like I said, I think these are probably 2 years old now. So they're not, I mean, they're holding up fairly well for use. I am liking them. If you have any questions about these or other color mediums, feel free to leave me a comment. I always love hearing from you, and I always love taking your requests. You'll be seeing these on various projects in my future. This is just one way that I like to create. No pressure, just try something out and see where it takes me. I'll see you next time.